One cold morning, a group of hunters spotted a herd of mammoths grazing in the distance. The hunters had been tracking the animals for days, studying their movements and searching for an opportunity. Rather than relying on strength alone, they depended on observation, patience, and teamwork. They knew that attacking a mammoth directly would be extremely dangerous. A single swing of its tusks or a powerful charge could kill a hunter instantly. Instead, they developed a careful plan that used the landscape to their advantage. The hunters noticed that one mammoth had become separated slightly from the rest of the herd. It appeared older and moved more slowly than the others. Nearby was a narrow valley that led toward a steep ravine. The hunters decided to use this natural trap. They quietly spread out across the tundra, positioning themselves in a wide circle around the mammoth. Some carried spears tipped with sharp stone points, while others carried torches and tools used to create noise. Every member of the hunting party understood their role. Success depended on coordination and trust. When everyone was in position, the hunt began. One hunter launched a spear that struck the mammoth's thick hide. The giant animal let out a loud trumpet that echoed across the frozen plain. Startled and frightened, it began to run. The hunters shouted, waved their arms, and moved carefully to guide the mammoth in the direction they wanted. More spears flew through the air, not necessarily to kill the animal immediately, but to keep it moving toward the valley. The mammoth tried to escape, but every path seemed blocked by shouting humans appearing from different directions. As the chase continued, the mammoth grew increasingly exhausted. Its massive body required enormous amounts of energy, and each wound weakened it further. The hunters maintained a safe distance, avoiding direct confrontation whenever possible. They knew that patience was their greatest weapon. For hours they pursued the animal across snow-covered ground, gradually forcing it toward the narrow valley. The mammoth's breathing became heavy, and blood stained parts of its fur. Despite its immense strength, it was slowly losing the battle. Eventually, the mammoth entered the valley. The walls on either side limited its ability to change direction, making it easier for the hunters to control its movement. They continued shouting and throwing spears while staying out of reach. Ahead lay the ravine, partially hidden beneath snow and ice. As the frightened animal charged forward, it failed to recognize the danger. Its enormous weight carried it toward the unstable edge. Suddenly, the ground beneath its feet began to collapse. The mammoth struggled to stop, but momentum pushed it forward. Within moments, it slipped and tumbled down the steep slope. The hunters approached cautiously. Even a wounded mammoth could be dangerous. After observing from a distance, they confirmed that the animal could no longer fight. The hunt was over. Relief spread through the group. They had risked their lives, but their efforts had succeeded. Soon they would return to their camp and inform the rest of the tribe. Families who had faced hunger would now have food. Children would eat, new clothing would be made from the mammoth's thick fur, and valuable materials would be gathered from its bones and tusks. The mammoth provided resources that would support the community long after the hunt itself had ended. More importantly, the event reinforced a lesson that early humans had learned over thousands of years. Survival depended on cooperation. Although the mammoth was far larger and stronger than any individual hunter, it could not overcome the intelligence and teamwork of an organized group. Early humans survived not because they were the fastest or strongest creatures on Earth, but because they could plan, communicate, and work together toward a common goal. The mammoth hunt stands as one of history's greatest examples of how cooperation helped shape human success and allowed our ancestors to thrive in one of the harshest environments ever inhabited.